This is FYI on your TV, brought to you by Hometown News. I'm Kathy Botham. I have got Wendy Hillier with me. Welcome to FYI, Wendy.
Hi, thank you for having me, Kathy. It's great to be here.
You have been taking a leadership course. You've got
Yeah,
an idea for a project in mind that's going to be called It Takes a Community. So let's talk about it. You're taking a leadership course.
I am. I'm taking it's called Self-Expression and Leadership Program. And I've been very excited through the program. It teaches us about community and the importance of community and how we ourselves can reach out to our community and create whatever we want to create. So in the process of taking that leadership course, an idea sprang forth, and I got a vision of bringing children together with other children and with adults to be able to learn how to sew. And, quilting in itself is a great project where I used to see many women would gather together and they would all take a turn around the quilt. And then when they're done, they have this beautiful project. So my thought is it would be so great to bring kids and adults together and create something that these children can then put back into their community. So it's kind of like the community coming together to create community in order to give back to community. And I'm very excited to find out yesterday that I have a girl from Perth. Actually, her name is Amy Kelly, and she is going to give us all of the direction of what the children can make. And so she's come alongside to join me in the project, and I'm super excited about that. And now we're looking for a place. We need a place to gather with the kids, to bring our sewing machines, and we need some adults to come alongside of those children with their sewing machine to help those kids learn how to do the project that Amy will set up for us.
Excellent, excellent.
Yeah,
Yeah, because when I was
yeah.
talking to you a little while ago, you had an idea and you wanted to get some people on board. You've already done that. That's wonderful.
Yeah, we're looking for more people to help in terms of just being with the kids. And like I said, we're looking for a space in order for us to be able to do that. Basically we need a wide open space so we can gather. COVID has certainly brought its restrictions, and we hope to be doing this in the new year. So hopefully some of those restrictions will allow us a little more space. And then we'll be able to bring our sewing machines and bring our material that we'll need for our projects, and then be able to utilize that space for about 2 to 3 hours once a week, and over the course of basically looking like a school year. So during the holiday time, we wouldn't want to be in there because obviously the children have other things to do with families and that kind of thing. So we don't want to take away from that.
So you're focusing on a quilt now?
We're focusing, well, at this point, what we're going to focus on is one small project that the kids can do so that they basically get the idea of sewing. And then we'll create a project for the community. So there may be a few projects that the kids will make that are just for themselves, and that's okay. We want that too, because that creates, for them, it creates that pride of ownership, if you will, within the community, to be able to create something, take it home and be proud of it, and then to be able to take it from there to say, okay, now I want to create something to give back to my community, is where we want to go. So it's step by step, but hopefully by this time next year, we'll have a project that we'll be able to do for Christmas, for whatever we decide. And I'm open to ideas. And so people can contact me anytime, and just chat. I'm happy to have a coffee and just go over the project with them and tell them what it's all about. If they want to see where they might fit into that, that would be great. We're looking for donations, of course, donations of material, thread, donations of time. And depending on our location, if there's one of the service clubs out there that maybe would offer the location for a discounted price to help us to be able to do this, that would be great as well.
And you and I are both sewers. So
Yes.
we know we have a stash of material, and sometimes when you're making something like your clothes or something big, you still got a hunk of material left that You can make a quilt with it. You don't want to get rid of it,
Absolutely.
but you've got this stash of little odds and ends and everything like that too. So this is a great opportunity for people to donate and put it towards this.
Absolutely, we would welcome that. Of course, being a little bit on the the quilting side, cotton materials are what we are looking for, and there was a suggestion about rag quilts, and the rag quilts require a flannel material. So we would kind of be honing in on just those types of materials at this point. So
Okay, and you know you're creating this project to it takes a village. It puts these children together and builds community.
mhm,
But sewing again. You and I are sewers. It's a
yeah.
skill children are not taught anymore.
Yeah, that's what kind of drove it in the first place, was just, like you see young people today and they spend a ton of time on social media, a ton of time on video games, a ton of time connected to online stuff. And just getting face to face with one another and learning a skill. Like I know the building that I work in across the hall, there's this lovely lady, Natalia, and she does sewing. Actually, she's just walking in the building as I speak. And she does sewing. And the other day I peeked over and there she is, sewing a wedding dress for a young lady who's just about to get married. And, she loves what she does, and she's earning a living at doing something like sewing. It's a skill, right?
It really is. And to look at a piece of fabric and have an idea in your head and you know what you can create. It's a
Mhm.
wonderful feeling too.
Yeah,
That's
it
right.
absolutely is.
That's
And I
right.
know myself, like I hadn't done quilting, and a couple of years ago, a good friend of mine, Greer, she was a former home economics teacher. And so she said, Wendy, I'll help you create this quilt. Well, when I did that, the sense of accomplishment and how I felt about it was like I was so anxious to give it to the person that I created it for. And I want those kids to have that same sense of, wow, look what I did with my own two hands.
That's
And then
right.
to be able to take that one step further and now say, okay, I want to give this back to the community that I live in some way, and have the community benefit.
That's right. And there's two elements to that too. It's like you yourself put this together and you can say, wow, I did this. And then when
Mhm.
you give it to somebody who appreciates the
Yes.
time you put into this and the effort and everything too,
Yeah.
it's an amazing feeling.
Filling a need for someone else there's no greater feeling, right? So
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
that's right. That's right. And it's going to start with our children.
Yes. Yeah.
So where do we start from here? Are you looking for people? You're looking for material? Are you looking for an idea of the children that would like to get involved right now?
Absolutely. We are. Oh, I forgot to mention. Yes. So the children's ages would be children between the age of 10 and 13. So that's grade 7, grade 8, and then also grade 9 potentially. So again, people can just contact me, and then I will, kind of accumulate a list of people and let them know and keep them on track as to where we are with getting the project going. Location is the other thing, materials, and of course, donations. It would be nice to have cash donations, of course, but again, at this point, we don't know what the need will be. So I'm reluctant to say, hey, yeah, send us, but the material and the thread, and women or men with a sewing machine, who wouldn't mind giving up a few hours every week over the course of a school year,
Okay.
that would be great.
Awesome, awesome. So how do people get a hold of you, Wendy?
They can call me 613-285-4476. Google my name, Wendy Hillier, you'll find me. Or you can just email me at wendyhilliersells, SELLS, @gmail.com.
All right, all right. And a location, location, location. That's really important
Yeah.
right now too.
Location is key.
Okay, okay. And are you looking like for one group of children? Are you looking for different
Yeah,
groups?
we would like to have anywhere between 6 and 10 children, which means I also need 6 to 10 adults. And obviously, I'm geared more to Smiths Falls right now. However, I'm not going to eliminate any community, whether it be Perth or Smiths Falls, because there's no reason why we can't run this in both communities if we have enough people to do it. So that will just take some time to create.
Okay, okay, and I mean, you said even maybe the end of next year you'll have created a project. Now you're taking a course, so you're going to be doing this long after your course is done too. So.
Oh yeah, my course is done in January. So yeah, this is something that when I was telling the leaders about it, it wasn't something that was just a one-time event. This was something that was going to take a little more time to create, and then once that gets going, I'm hoping that it'll have some longevity and that it will continue to grow long after I've taken my leadership program. Yeah.
I always, I really love when I talk to people that have taken training and taken courses and furthered their education, and they're inspired by it. It isn't just something I had to do, but you've got a spark. You're ready to go with this.
I'm just having so much fun with it. Like, I've met some people that I would not have met. I remember talking to one woman while I was having some blood work done, and we're in the hallway and we're just chatting about it, and some other lady comes in and pipes in and adds some more to it, and you can just feel like people really are inspired by the project itself, and everybody can connect to it. So that made it even better for me as well. So
excellent, excellent. Well, maybe you can tell everybody how to get a hold of you one more time.
So they can phone me 613-285-4476, or you can email me Wendy Hillier cells@gmail.com, and or just Google my name.
Excellent, excellent. Well, thank you very much, Wendy, and we'll have you back real soon, see how we're going with this and the progress you're making, and we'll get the word out there for sure.
Thanks so much, Kathy.